Set these two off the side first. What, buddy?
I'm making it into a perfect circle.
Very cool, bro.
Let's see how much I cut it off.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's do this.
What up, Mr. Wilson? How's it going, brother? Alright, so, right off the rip, I don't know if anybody's going to show up for this or not. Boy needs a couple bull gouges. What's up, 77? How's it going, Ryan? I got some Cadillacs. Never turned that. Purple Heart, some Bird's Eye Maple. I'm, honestly, I'm getting ready for show prep, so, we're going to turn on here and see what happens. I think we're going to start it off with the Cadillacs. I've never turned it before. And, what's up, Mr. Aldridge? How's it going? Cadillacs, super dense, pretty heavy. It's also referred to as Mexican Royal Ebony everywhere that I've looked. So this stuff should be mighty damn nice. You're making the grass?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you are.
I just want the smooth grass like a big long leg.
Then you do you, boo-boo. Alright, we're chucked up. We're, these 6-inch blanks look so small on this big-ass lathe.
Do you like this?
Let me see. I like it a lot. Take it over there. Sit by the fan, okay?
That's fine.
I'm looking at Kingwood. Yep. So, here's some Cadillacs. Let's, see what we can do with it. See what our rotation is. We're a little out of round, not a whole lot. See how this responds to the bowl gouge. And bumping my tool rest off of it, obviously. Well, she's dense. But she takes a burnish line pretty good. Adjust something real quick. See if that helps out any. Alright, I think we're fairly round. I'm assuming this is going to need some more speed. About 90% sure it's going to need some more speed. What's up, Knot? The dust off this is very fine. Cool. It has a very chocolatey texture to it too. Brad wasn't wrong about that at all. That's got a very, very chocolatey, very crazy texture to it. I like that a lot. It's different than most woods. It's like hard maple and African blackwood had a baby. Like I was already like thinking like some crazy like spiraling and stuff on that, but like the shavings on this are like super wispy and thin. They're not real narrow because I'm using the bowl gouge and I'm not still in the rounding phase, but wow. Very nice. Need a little bit more up here to kind of like do this in on the rim. Got a little bit too much hang over there on the side of that. So you guys heard that little bit of chatter. Wow. Let's see what we got here. First time turning this, so I don't want to be like just giving her hell cranking down on it, but this is a looking nice. tool rest is loose. It's never really super beneficial. Bring this in. Sharpen this a little bit. What, buddy? Oh, be careful, don't bust your noggin. Are ashtrays the only thing you know how to make? Yeah. You got me, dude. Ashtrays. No, this is a piece of exotic wood. It's Catalox. First time ever turning this, but this is gonna be a bowl. I get real wild, I might put a lid on it, I don't know. I do know the Catalox is a hard wood. A little bit of the foot on there. Right there. Yeah, buddy. I see it, man. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah. Make sure it was flat. Okay, buddy. Yeah, it's way harder than oak. Beautiful wood. It's got like a really crazy, like, You guys can't see it because I haven't brought you up on here, but inside the grain, inside like the dark chocolatey hues of the grain, it's got like these little white and yellow caramely dots. It's a very pretty wood. Yeah, it's got a really nice color hue to it.
Dad,
All right, so we're gonna round off our, yeah, it's very cool, dude. We're gonna round off our chuck here, or our tenon here on the bottom. Just kind of give it a little bit of beadwork, not a lot. Like that. And then I want to do a little bit of decoration here in the very, very bottom. Like, turn this down. Get one of my maker's coins here. Figure out how to open it with my big ass hands. That's going to inset in there. That'll be good enough for right now. And we'll walk that in. So if we're going to put our coin right there, flat wall scraper, I don't know how this will react to this. Not great. Get a fresh burr on there. Make sure the inside walls of that socket are flat. Put teeth on it, bro.
I can't find any white clay. I didn't bring it.
I thought we did. Just a tad bit more.
I'm not making them.
Yeah, that'll look slick. Flush fit. We'll sand that up in a minute. We're not going to leave the bottom of that all plain like that. I know that I pay a lot of attention to detail to the bottom of my bowls, and that kind of infuriates some people. I don't care.
What do you think I should make on?
Make vector, bro. Make the vector. Hold on. Go, straight in the house, hurry up. Take this, roll that over, roll that over. Okay, so see what we got here. Bottom's clean. We'll hit it with a little bit of sandpaper. think I am going to put a lip around the very top of it. Nothing too crazy, just like a little bead. Just kind of show off the different grains and the way the light hits different curvatures in the wood. Put that right about there. If only I had some crazy beading tool, huh? Okay. I don't want to hit this with anything aggressive right off the rip because I don't know how it's going to react. I do want to, it would be nice to have some beading tools, wouldn't it, brother? I want to hit this with some Scotch-Brite. Just to see how it's going to react to sanding and grits and stuff like that. Scotch-Brite's not really super aggressive. Do have a little bit of funkiness right over here in this. Get a... Oh shit, I would have been real mad if I hit that with that. Grabbed that 60 thinking it was 600. I'd been mad. Okay, there we are. Yummy. Here. Much better. Yeah, buddy. No.
Make a chain. So it's like, oh, I have enough round to make a chain.
Who might of you have asked to pop in? Alright, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to hit the bottom of this with my beeswax mixture that I made. I want to see how it works. I figure Catalox is it's already a very beautiful wood. I don't think I can do a whole lot to make it any prettier. This is mineral oil, beeswax, citrus oil, kind of conglomerated together. Haven't used it on anything yet. I heard that it'll work. It's 100% food safe, so if you want to put nuts or whatever in here, You can do it with a clean conscience and no worries. I don't want to get any of it.
My chair broke on me.
Okay, we'll fix it. I don't want to get any of it down inside that socket because I'm really excited to see how this looks with that challenge coin in the bottom.
And they broke.
Get this out of the way. Stop. Bamboo style. Alright, as this is shining up, I hate to do this, but I've noticed that my dovetail on the bottom of my foot is not as pronounced as I wanted it, as far as the dovetail itself. So I'm going to go in just a little bit. Don't know if you guys out there that watch this kind of stuff are like super into it or not, but Sam Angelo has came out of retirement. Like the 4 horsemen of the Turn 4 Ways are back in action, hopefully real soon. Like, kind of fanboyed out, not gonna lie. All right, so that's very clean. I do got something going on right here, so I need to work that as much as I hate to. I don't want that on the outside of this very beautiful bowl, so I have to work on the top of this a little bit. I didn't notice it till just now. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and cut up here on a piece of wood like this. I'm going to go ahead and plane down the entire level so I can get the imperfection out. Damn it, that grain is pretty even with the beeswax off of it. Alright, so this is also going to give me a chance to Bob Ross this and make a happy little accident. I am going to come in and make the best out of what you got dealt. So I'm going to come up on my undercut right here so I can pronounce this bead just a little bit more. That in so I can get real close up on it. There we go, that's pretty subtle. I believe that'll work just fine. I think we got that imperfection out of the surface. Looking, buddy. Cool, man. The kids over there playing with clay, making demogorgons and stuff. You love that stuff?
I love clay, okay, guys?
Yeah, he loves clay. Okay, guys? Alright. Yeah, I got that rough spot out of there. little bit of scraping, a little bit of sanding. Turn this up a little bit so I can really burn this into the finish. Cadillacs has like a really crazy hue to it. Almost like an ombre faded style hue on some of the tones in here. I really, really like it.
Now it's time to make the tea.
Brad's been telling me about this stuff for a while, and I kind of like, was like, oh yeah, sure. And trust in my gut, but I feel like it needs a bead in here just to accent that curvature. I don't know. If I'm boring you guys, I'm sorry. So, turn this up, turn the speed down just a tad bit. Okay, cool. One there. One there. Round these off a little bit and bring them in. See how rough it is? It shouldn't be too rough at all. No, it's not. Okay, cool.
I'm hungry.
Boy. So I believe that Cadillacs is a what I would consider a classy wood. It has a very like very high end but nostalgic kind of look and feel to it. Man, that is absolutely beautiful. Holy hell!
Why do you keep saying it?
Because it is, son. You gonna keep arguing around me? I'm gonna split you in the mail and say you slipped and fell.
Dad,
Yeah,
look
buddy.
at this beautiful circle I made.
That is a very beautiful circle.
That's gonna be the base for the recording. You know? This is gonna be like something for my nightstand.
Okay.
Hopefully it stands up.
Right. Hopefully it does stand up, bro. Okay. We don't want that to pull up or come off onto our finish, so we'll keep it moving just to get the excess out. There we go. Before that dries up,
I'm trying to make the pelvis right now.
we will inset our coin right there.
I'm trying to make a pelvis back.
Oh, it's party. So, we've got that in there. We get this out the way. Coin's pronounced, so you can feel the little tactile edges on it, but it still sits within that cove on there. I like that. Kind of a first run for this stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the outside of the coin and around that with some wax. See what we got here? I like that. Let me get this off here, and then I will show you guys exactly what we're working with. Flip it over, work on the inside.
I never felt this white clay ever. I haven't had clay in a long time.
What's up, Show and Love? How's it going, brother? Very dense wood. Very dense wood. I think that might actually chuck up in there. We'll check that in a second here, but give me just a second.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy.
Uh,
I see the teeth, bro. You're getting it. You got to get going, don't you?
I'm gonna have to like add a few more teeth.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know
then
how
teeth
many.
it up, bro. Teeth it up.
Probably about 4 more.
Nope, that will not go in there like that, and we are not going to expand that jaw out a whole lot further than that. So we're going to take it, we're going to put it in this jaw over here.
Right there. I'm adding 4 more teeth, Dad.
But, you want to get a frosty?
Want to go here and get a Frosty? I'll wash your plate for you.
I've been making a Demogorgon.
Be good in mind.
I see it. Okay. Do you want one?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
All right.
This might get a little bit sketchier than I wanted to, but it's not a super deep bowl, and we're going to use tailstock support as much as we can. It's in there for right now. I am going to bring tailstock up, like I said. Hindsight being 2020, I probably should have made that foot on the inside a little bit smaller, but I didn't. It feels like it's in there. Famous last words. And we'll start her off with the live center, just to see how she kicks it, and if she's gonna get all squirrely on us. Might not. You never know. Little bit of pressure, not trying to drive it through, you know. Slip it there, bring it below center, tighten that up because we are working with our Alright, she's turning true, we don't have any bounce. No, that was the 38 millimeter is smaller than the actual mortise on here anyways. Try this. Make sure she don't jump out. Hoping she don't jump out. This is a pretty piece of wood. Okay, face grain is a lot easier to cut on this than end grain. Face grain cuts like butter. Hey Johnny, what's up? Hi back. What's up, man? Big Death Goat. What's up? Kevin, how's it going? I'm not gonna go too more farther to the center until we start taking off some of this bulk on the outside here. And I guess I'm gonna move this out of the way so I can try it. Wish me luck, fellers. It's not on there super supported like with that chuck mounting we got. Get off there. I'm gonna move you over here just a little bit so I can get a good swing on this. Pray to God I don't fly off here. I know that's not the way you're supposed to do that. But the opposite side of my wing over here is elongated. It's up higher than this one, so it makes it a little bit easier to do that. Yeah, it's just a piece of paper towel in the chuck back there, man. I'm sorry if I'm not responding to your comments and stuff as fast enough as I probably should. Kind of trying not to blow this thing apart. Woo! That's where I got that catch. It's a little rough in there. Make sure I didn't tear anything up too god awful bad whenever I was playing around like an idiot and did that. No, okay, we're good. So we're gonna keep shaping on that. We need to take this down a little bit, but a very, very hard wood. Okay, so what we're gonna do. That was a bead. That was a hell of a bead. What kind of wood it is? This is a Catalox. So it's also known as Mexican Royal Ebony. It's a very, very pretty wood. It's a dusty wood when you get into the actual shaving part of it, but it doesn't have any problem making like these really thin chocolate shavings either. So it's very nice. Okay, so. Yeah, we're not going to go a whole lot thinner than that. Shape up the bottom of this a little bit and drop the tool rest because we're getting closer. That. Drop my sander, drop my damn square nose, like if my foot wasn't under it. One day I'll have a matching set of tools. They'll be super cool. Before we take this scraper up here on this wall, we are going to use our hand for back support. I have modified the backside of my scraper here just a little bit so that I can do a cut inward with it. Okay, bring you guys in here so you can see a little bit better, but it's got a lot of good grain to it, and it really takes a finish pretty well. Brad's he wasn't wrong when he suggested this one. I'm gonna turn the speed down just a little bit. I'm going to try to get down here in this corner, like that. Okay. I'm going to drop the tailstock of our tool just a little bit as we go forward, and then we're going to bring it back down in towards the center. Getting back over that corner again, so we're going to have to use some support from the outside. A little bit more, not a whole lot. Back over in this corner. Little hump in the center. All right. So we got thin walled bowl. Cool. Let's sand this up. Hit it with some beeswax and whacking juice. Whack and shine. Yeah. Whacking grease. Go ahead and put extra coat on the outside of it too. Why not? That way everything blends in fairly evenly. she look like. Hell of a place to drop that. Alright. Wipe this off. I got dust down there where I had the paper towel on it. Tenon's not chewed up or anything like that, so there's the bottom of her. A little bit, not too much of a mound, but it'll work. A couple beads on the side, beads. And there's your side profile. I think she looks pretty good. Catalox is a very beautiful wood. Brad was not wrong in any way whatsoever. That is absolutely amazing. After I let this sit in and all that, I probably will hit it with a coat of Howard's feed and wax, just to keep the outside grain of it, pretty good looking. So this is over here. Coin adds a nice weight to the bottom of it too. This. Chuck this thing in here. Up next, I got a chunk of Purple Heart. Thank you, Shoops. Means a lot. I'm going to try maybe something different with this chunk of Purple Heart. I don't know yet. Never turned a Purple Heart bowl, so it might just be full-ass chaotic to turn. Might not be. I don't know. She's going to be off center, I can tell that. I believe that's the last time I let the boy mark the blanks. Not too god-awful. I can make her happy. Now, I've heard that in bowl form, Purple Heart is prone to tear out. I don't know that. Never really done it. Put some fresh edge on here and see what we're working with. Stupid. I will say that this stuff is like Barney purple. take off that last little bit because we'll. All right, so make sure we're still good. What should I make this a bowl or make it a kind of a hollow form with a little bit of lid? I'll let you guys decide that. Meantime, I'm gonna knock some of this dust off me and get me a gulp of coffee. OG style bowl. We'll talk about it. I think we got the sidewalls off. What's up, Knot? How's it going, brother? What's up, Trevor? Sarah J, Gilbert. I'm not ignoring you guys, I promise. We're gonna put, because I've got this other chunk of maple over here. I'm thinking we can make like a, because this is bird's eye maple. I can make a highboy lid for this. We could round off the walls, the top a little bit, bring it in, and then we could turn this in and make sort of a fitted double coved lid for it. It's up to you guys. Possibility. Do want to get this cleaned up a little bit before we go any further though. Should be saving those shavings, stick them in resin. I've got that plastic bag down here on my floor catching them, bub. There's that. I think we're gonna get squirrely with this one. Why not? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it would, but that combination of Purple Heart and Cadillacs is pretty badass looking. I'm gonna have to do something later with Purple Heart and Cadillacs. Alright, so this is gonna be our inside of our tenon. Expansion for our jaws. This is gonna be the outside. Curve this a little bit. Then we're going to shake this out a little bit and I can move this tool rest down just a tad bit. Flat nose. take our spindle, put the dovetail on the inside of that. Okay, that's dovetailed. Here is our 3D cut. Both knots, how's it going? It's weird that you're both in here, but by God, I'll run with it. You guys are more than welcome. Alright, make sure our coin fits before we move on with life. Just a tad bit more on the back side of it. It's kind of angled going in. We don't want that. Sure, look at our boys. Stay, Bobby. All right, so that's done. We've got our tenon established, about an 1/8 inch deep. I'm sorry, our mortise established, about an 1/8 inch deep. Go in here, round this off, do a little bit of coving on the bottom of that, just to make it look like we meant to. Like that. And then the bottom of our actual foot, a little bit of cove in that, nothing crazy. We'll bring this right here up just a little bit and round her off to the sides. Nothing wild. Okay. Now we're going to make the back side of this just as symmetrical as the front of that. I think we might put a bead on the outside edge of this. I don't know yet. But I do want to curve this back in. I'll bring this in. All the wood for the video today was provided by Brad at Got Wood LLC, also known as turnandblanks.net. You can use the code WHACKER, capital WHACKER on checkout. Brad will hook you up with a discount. Brad's a hell of a dude. One of the longest running sponsors of this channel, and one of my favorite sponsors of this channel. Alright, so we've kind of got this, I guess they call it a pear-shaped vessel. I call it a squash-shaped vessel. I don't give a shit. I am going to go ahead and sand down the outside of it, clean this up, clean it out, put the our 3D coin in the bottom of this. Will be the first time we stick a 3D coin in something. And then we're going to flip it. I'm going to bring this top lip in just a little bit, not a whole lot. Make a pronounced bead for a lip on it, and then we're going to start working on the lid. But I'm already digging that. And I've got purple dust everywhere. I've got enough purple dust down here, we might do some kind of weird inlay on the lid. Where'd you go? This is there you are, son of a bitch. Not a tear up, but it's a different kind of grain, and I don't like it. You will work for me, damn it. What's up, Jeff? How's it going, brother? Now, don't grab a hold of Chuck. Okay, so that is a little bit better. So, on this one, we're going to try something a little bit different. Just a little bit different. I want that Purple Heart to keep that weird, crazy purple luster that it has. So, I was talking to Jeff earlier. This is a shellac-based polish, and then we're going to hit it off with my beeswax food safe polish on top of it, just to see what it does. Makes it purple, by God, is what it does. I don't want to get anything inside that hole. Definitely don't want to get anything inside my hole. Turn this up. Bake this on here. You could wax the hell out of yourself. I'm gonna wax stuff with it later. No, I just wanted something fairly food safe that people could put on bowls or cutting boards and things like that. Okay, yeah, I'm digging that. Let's get my whacking wax out here. I want to give it a shine. Might have been a little too much on that one. Jeff, I think that might have been the ticket right there, man. I'll just say the finish made me happy. All right, that turned out pretty damn good, Jeff. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's got a sheen on her. I think I need to give it a little bit more love, though. Yeah, she pretty. She real purpley. Same as before. I don't want to get this out here on the wax. Give that a second. Hit it with some Scotch-Brite. Flip this over, do some hollowing on it, and work on the lid of it. Immediately come back in. Yeah, them look pretty. I like them a lot. Son of a bitch, you can. Yeah, every time I do that. If only I had a matching set of tools and bead stuff, Halloween tools. Oh Lord. I like the coins. That coin is made on the Creality F1 Falcon. They were nice enough to hook me up with one. I'm actually in the process of filming a video for you guys showing you how to do it. I made a short when I first got it. A little bit of a learning curve to it. I'm not super technologically advanced and stuff like that, but it's very, very nice for the shop. Alright, so I can either hollow this out the way it is, just make a closed rim bowl, put a nice little bead around the top of it, and be done with it. Or I can use this piece of bird's eye maple and make a lid for it after I bring the mouth into about here. It's up to you guys. I'll let y'all pick. Yeah, the coins are damn pretty. Jeff, this is the Cadillacs bowl I got to make earlier. And then there's the style of coin that I put in the bottom of it. First time I turned Cadillacs, it was actually it's different, but it's a very, very nice wood. I'm easy, but we know that. Do your way. Buddy, I really don't have a way. I kind of enjoy just turning anything I can. I do think that Purple Heart and Bird's Eye Maple, is sexier than Socks on a Rooster. I really do. So I'm going to have to do that. But I think, honestly, I don't want to lose the diameter of this that much. So I think we might just round this off a little bit on top. Put a decorative bead right here to show that it's the end of the bowl determination. Like you can't do it with collars, idiot. Chuck this up. This has got some crazy looking grain on this part. We're going to hollow that off so we can get down to the more bird's eye figure and everything that's in here. And then we'll do a small bead, bring it in, taper out, taper up, and we'll make the top of this stand off from here about 1.25 inches. That way there's a good purchase. I don't know if we're going to put a knob on it or put like a big utilitarian grip. But bird's eye maple, it's pretty wood. It's going to be really pretty when I do some spiraling on the lid. Let's get at it. Cove the edge and leave as it is. What do you mean cove the edge, brother? Maple lid, ebony knob. What about ow? What about some blackwood? Oh, I got enough bowls over here. I got a piece of ambrosia maple that's getting ready to be turned into a bowl. I thought this was going to take longer than where we're at. Give me just a second, y'all. We're going to get on with getting on. I also got this chunk of hemp wood in here that I haven't used for anything that I really need to. So today could be a very eventful day. I don't know. say that right as my shit starts flying off the lathe. Still only going about 600 RPM. I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. Cruising around 1350 now that it's settling. Put a fresh edge on this and get the hollowing out. Fresh edge. Drop down in there. All right, ideas for future. Bring the tool rest in a little bit. Now, Purple Heart's a relatively hard wood, and you guys seen what was kind of going on with the Cadillacs before. So I mean, they're both hard woods. If you would set Cadillac or Purple Heart as a 5, I would put the Cadillacs at like a 10, 12 maybe. Like it's harder than Chechen to turn. But the outcome is absolutely beautiful. Move you guys back a little bit so I can get the swing on my bull gouge here. Give me just a second. I'll be right back with y'all. Woo! Did I tear it up? No, I didn't. Did I make my butthole slam shut 7 ways from Sunday? Yes, I did. Stick around for more injury videos. That would be my fault because I didn't check the tension on my tailstock once I had her kind of mounted in there. So let's give that some love once we get it done. She's still true, so I'll tighten her up now a little bit. No, not a whole lot. What is that? It is Purple Heart Technicolor. I'm sorry. Wasn't ignoring y'all. Okay, so we're not going to do any shear cuts on the inside of this. That was kind of dumb. I could see right there where it got caught. Okay, so now on the inside of this, I'm going to come in at an even more extreme angle so I can give it a little bit of an undercut. I know that's not the proper way to use the bull gouge, but if you look at it, I had all the weight pressed down against my thumb, or pressed down on the gouge against my finger on top of that, so it provided a little bit of a bushing. Really didn't get any crazy catches or chatter on that. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but it's a smaller area. We can go a little bit deeper. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. A little bit more, not a lot. All right. Thank you very much. Yes, I saw the turnings when finished. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. If you go to my email, which I'm pretty sure my moderator Michael Wilson will put in there, I do sell them. I've also got a Facebook group where I post everything I make, and my email is on, I believe, the main titles of or the main link page of the YouTube channel. Yeah, sorry about that. There we go. All right, so bring it back over here. That is looking mighty fine on the inside. I think the outside walls are a little bit thicker than I want. Just a little bit, but I don't want to go like off the walls crazy with it. Bah. There's that. I know everything's at before I start getting into this. So, yeah. Do got a little bit of a hump right there. I am going to remedy right real quick. Yeah, Heidi, if you would. I thought you was a moderator. Give me just a second, dear. Add moderator. Standard moderator. All right. Heidi, you're in there now. If you would, please add my email to that gentleman. Or Mike, or whoever's in here. It's funny how you go in chasing a bump in the bottom of the bowl, and then like you're like, yeah, I can go deeper. All right, the bump is gone. I want to. Donald Trump, what's up? Is the wood? That's the wood, brother. This is actual Purple Heart. Give me a second here. It's not stained. It's the natural color of the wood. This is a spindle of Purple Heart. It's an exotic wood. It's very beautiful. What's up, Technicolor Smith? Consider subscribing, man. It helps out the channel a lot. I'm out here. I do this all the time. I'm just a self-taught woodworker trying to better myself, man. That's all there is to it. So back to the color of the wood. These are the actual shavings. The colors of the wood. It's not a stain. It's all the way through. It has a very tight grain. So we put the shellac on the outside of it first, and then we hit it with the beeswax finish. And the whacking grease, as Jeff's dubbed it. So we're going to do the same thing to the inside of it. Thank you very much, man. It means a lot. We're going to give this the old, we're going to sand it first. Damn, we're going to sand it. I about got way ahead of myself right there. I'm sorry, y'all. Bring the speed up just a little bit while I'm using the gravity-fed rotary thing here. Much better, much smoother. I like that. Now, we are going to make a maple lid for this. We are going to put a little brass or a ebony wood cap on top of it. I don't think we should have all the focus just be on the outside of the bowl. And one thing I am going to do is turn this on and turn the speed down a whole lot. We still got to put our bead on the outside of it. This is a Sorby spiraling tool. These little teeth on here spin around. You can make different kind of designs and stuff. Let's see if I can bring you guys over here so you can see exactly what's going on when I do this. Some of y'all have been here before, some of you haven't. Okay. Michael Wilson's back. Alright, so first thing first, we're going to take this and we're going to orient this to where the cutter is straight up and down. We're going to approach right at the very center of it. Speeds all the way down. That's going to give us a little flower there in the very center of it. We'll turn it off here and double check. Yeah, get a little bit of a flower. Alright, I'm going to turn it over here. And then I'm going to put some lines right there. And then I'm going to flip the hole tool. Yeah, that gives us just the flower and the little lines right there on the inside of it. And I thought about just doing crazy line work on the entire inside of this bowl, but I think that would kind of steal from the natural beauty of it. One thing that I've seen that I am going to do is after we cut the bead on here, I found out you can use the side of this and it'll give like a rope look, like a rope rim to a perpendicular surface. That's what I meant to say, because words are hard. So I'm going to come right here. Pronounce that little lip. For this one, I need to turn the speed up just a tad bit. Seen some British guy do this, so it must be pretty. It must be good, right? I'm not making no damn rope with that. Hold on. No, I didn't make shit with that. All right, we good. It's a very noisy tool. Did give us a little bit of a like rope style grain in there, but I don't like it. Sorry. Maybe I should hold her like this. Oh, thank you. Set it at 45. Yeah, that is the Robert Sorby. There we go. That's a little bit better of a rope texture. We'll sand down the furry edges of it. It's kind of hard to do it on Purple Heart because of the tear out possibilities. And when we go to put our oils and stuff on there, yeah, you can see it. Kind of gives it that twisted rope edge figure around the outside of it. Let's put some shellac on this, and then let's put our finish on it. Some whacking grease. See how it works out. Michael Wilson, brother, I'm trying. I've been trying to contact the guys at Hope Tools. They've got a phenomenal spiraling set. I'm not saying that the Robert Sorby isn't. But, Yeah, burn a baby. The one from Hope Tools looks very nice. They're based out of Essex, England, I believe. I think it's Gregory Hope is the manufacturer. He's also a great turner. And they've got some really cool stuff over there. Like really, really cool. Alright, so get the Wacket sock. Wacket sock engaged. What's up, big dog? I'm not ignoring y'all, I promise. Now, one thing that I did forget to do, because let's face it, we're all humans, we do make mistakes. Made a very beautiful Purple Heart bowl, I'm not gonna lie. But in the center of that, where I've got those fine details, I want to take my detail spindle gouge, and I want to put a little bit of framework around that. So we're going to slow her down. I'm going to see exactly where I'm working at here. I'm going to put a line there, a line there, a line there. Come back in and kiss them from the other side to make it a bead. And then from the inside right there. I'm pretty sure we got enough grease on our sock to make all that look cool. Just want to cook that in. Give the outside of it a good once over. Take this heifer off here. She warm, Bobby, she warm. Get the dust off the rear end of it. That's just the little figuring that we put on the inside of it. Beautiful color with the finish. Thank you very much. So, I don't want the top of it to be just all decorative. And then right here on the edge, you can see the rope texture. So we're gonna take that. I got my my coin in the bottom. It's 3D etched, yeah. And I think it's about time that we turn a lid for it. Bust out the old worm screw, because it's been getting put through its paces here lately. Leave it as it is. We can leave her as it is, I don't care. Purple Heart's pretty. I'll let you guys pick. We're going to leave it as it is, or we're going to put a lid on it. I've still got other blanks over here to turn cool stuff with, so you let me know. We're only in it for 2 hours. I'm here to party. $154 likes, 160 viewers. I'll take it. So, I forgot I got this fan over here to keep my big ass below room temperature. Do me good. Alright. Y'all gotta let me know I'm here to please. While you're doing that, here is the Catalox bowl from earlier. It is absolutely beautiful. And it's got the, wipe the dust off of it. That's why I hate leaving anything in the shop. It's got the 2D coin in it. These will be what's in the majority of my pieces. What's up, Beating Crazy? How's it going, Francis? So this is what will be in the majority of my pieces, except for the higher end stuff that people order and things like that. They will be getting the 3D inset coins like that. What's up, the Death Goat? How's it going? So there's two different bowl styles that we made today. That one sits right inside that. That's actually pretty cool. Just shows how much we rounded that off. We got maple tapped and drilled, but let's see what else we got over here. All kind of stuff. Holy hell. If you guys really want to get your blood pumping. A big old blank of African Blackwood. Do you ever get a chance to work on English woods, or do you just use local? I've tried to get some English walnut and some English chestnut. And, what is that one? It's a very light wood. I can't remember the name of it. I always pronounce it wrong. I watched, I believe it's Michael Hoff turn some of it. Is that a welding helmet? And the Craftsman shield? No, that is my Trend Air Shield. It's very, very... It's very good at what it does. Whenever I do stuff that has a lot of stuff flying off of it, or I do stuff at high speeds, I use that. It's kind of hard to talk through it, and you guys hear me. So I only bust it out on the lives when I'm doing something that's rather sketchy. A very good friend, another YouTuber, Moyak Scorpion, actually sent that to me after he seen a piece of walnut fly up and bash me in the grill when I very first started. But it's... Oh... It's got a couple filters in the top of it. There's a button on the back of it. It forces air into it. Keeps you from sweating and fogging up the lenses. It's really cool. I like it. I love it a lot. It's saved me from a couple getting bashed in the face moments. Let's see what I got down here in the big box. That's sycamore. That's a chunk of maple. Got white limbo, which I've never turned before. Little tiny square walnut. This stuff is very dense and it's very beautiful. This is Curapao. Very nice wood. I've got some spindles of that as well. I have a blood red Paduke chunk right here. Look at the striping in that. That is going to make something real beautiful when I make it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but I've been saving that one just because the grain and the contrast, the color in that is absolutely phenomenal. Once again, everything in this drawer comes from Brad at Godwood LLC. Guy's a total stud. I've got a thicker chunk of mahogany. Sipo mahogany. This is a chunk of Ibira. This makes some very good stuff. Have you had dark for the purple? What was that now? What have... Oh, you just popped in here. I've got the purple heart bowl that I just turned, and then I've got the Cadillacs. I'm not going to throw a maple lid on this. If I throw any kind of lid on this, I'm going to throw something dark, because after looking, steady, Billy, at the contrast between those, that is absolutely beautiful. No, not my whacking sock on the floor in the sawdust. I've got a bunch of maple over there. Got, give me a minute here. Give old dad a second to cook, as the kids say. I don't know what the hell that is. I got some kind of weird pine ash. That's maple. That's a gnarly ass chunk of walnut. I don't want to put that on there. It's got too many knots in it. That'll take away from it. Got some walnut up there. I got some cherry. That's a piece of burl. I wonder if that, no, that won't fit. Stick with me on. I'm working on a kaleidoscope of colors. I've got those two woods would be gorgeous. This is some flaming box elder that I've been holding on to. I don't know if we could do it, but I'm real rowdy like. We're going to take this, we're going to try to make a little wing bowl real quick, just off the fly. I've never done one. Let's see what happens. The respirator will probably be going on for this one because, you know, sketchy stuff's afoot, I reckon. Okay, so live center's in there. Let me get this off here. Get this off here. This is one of those no prep jobs. Slide this over. I'm not throwing away all that purple heart dust yet because, like Mike Wilson said earlier, that'll probably be thrown in resin. Okay, so we're going to make... This is going to be the bottom of the bowl, this side. So we're going to put that right about there. Why not? Stand off the side here after I turn this in a little bit. I'll back you guys up to where you're in good view. Just let me make sure that, like, safety's a thing. All right. Let's do some hood rat stuff. That's missing that all the way around. Make sure we're good and tight. Good and tight. All there. Close this up. Get a swig of the old coffee. It's undoubtedly full of sawdust. And warm. Ah. Alright. So, in order to make this not as sketchy, I'm going to make sure that I'm clearing that before I even lock my tool parts in place. I've got that. Let's throw the hood on until we get the bottom of it where it's all uneven, rounded off. I don't want to eat anything that didn't come off a grill today. We're safe. Let's go. Cutting a lot of air here, so I'm gonna turn the speed up. That'll make the lag time in between solid materials, a little bit less, and it'll give me a little bit more time to finesse the curve of that. We are going to have to reinforce this a little bit better with our live center. Flaming box elder is a softer wood. Sheerly decorative. It's not like really a structural wood. You can make bowls and stuff out of it, but other than that, you're kind of pushing it. I have dropped this chuck key about 5 times now during this one live stream, so that's phenomenal. Lay it right there. Mask back down. See if we can get her shaped a little bit. See where we are. You're kind of cutting by feel on these. Okay, so we're starting to round out. There's a lot of cutting by feel because you can't really see this wood when it's moving at 1800 RPM out here, so you kind of got to feel where you're going with it. This is our RT piece for the day. So we got a little bit of a hangover here. I'm not too hell-bent about that. I think we can kind of convert that into something once I round this off to here. That'll probably be cut off anyways. But I do want to get this tenon the way that I need it. There we go. Okay, so we're rounded off for the most part. We'll do a little bit of shaping on the outside of this, but you can start to see the collars are starting to pop through from the red and the black and all the grain lines. Still got to do some shaping down here, so I've got a full tenon to connect to. Go here. Okay, so now we've got the makings of a tenon. We're going to get our spindle, detail gouge. We're going to come in here and we're going to frame this out a little bit. We're going to work on shoring this up, and then we're going to come up here and work on the top of this. This is something that I don't normally do. I sound like a frat girl on a first date. I don't normally do this. We're going to flip this over. I'm going to put this in the chuck so I can cut a tenon on this side so I can come back and clean up the bottom of this. I'm a real big stickler for the bottoms of bowls. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people that'll put a metric ton of work into their bowl, but when you go around and look at the outside of it, it looks phenomenal. Then you look over at the bottom of it, and there's like a big knuckle, like a turd, just hanging out there. And I think it really robs them of stuff that they're capable of. So our tenon fits. That's a plus. We're not going to need our tailstock for the time being. I don't really care about how pretty this is because this is all going to be shorn off here in a minute. I just want it to be functional. Take this, come in from the inside. Got a bit of a dovetail there. Now I can flip it over. I can work on the other side and clean up the bottom before we do the top. Going to be a little bit of work required on the top, but it shouldn't be a whole lot. And see how this works out. Bring this all the way in. What's up, Wayne? I actually made my tenon just a tad bit too small. All right. Bet it's not too small now. I think that ought to hold just for what we're wanting to do. Maybe not. At this point, it's all up to the good Lord. Like that. Great. Okay, we can bring this in a little bit. What's up, bud? Hey. Back for more clay? Yeah, don't try to grab a hold of the oblong pieces. They'll hit you in the hands. So, got a little bit of tear out there. I'm going to very carefully jam my fingers in there. What's up, Waynona? Turning Merchant. What's up, homie? I ain't seen you in here, but ain't seen you live either. You ain't selling out on me, are you? Alright, so I think that's pretty well smoothed off. We'll work a little bit more on the tear out we got on the edges. This is just a scrap of a flaming box elder. We're going to try to turn it into a wing bowl. More of a display for pins and things like that. Like I said, I'm going to a fairly big craft show here in the next month or so, and I found out that it's cool to have like a couple really big pieces, but it's always like the smaller stuff, the more practical stuff that you have that people tend to buy. You need what, boy?
I need more black.
You need more black.
Yeah, black.
Alright, well.
So that's why I just ripped that thing off and took this.
Oh, you just yanked it off, right?
Yeah, I gotta make them
I'm going
this.
to take my hood off for a minute so I don't kill the batteries. Air conditioner in the top of my head.
You have an air conditioner?
Yeah, things got an air conditioner, man. I'm like George Jetson, Dr. Thermophilus, chilling in the 21st century.
Did you hear me burp this
Oh,
now?
I hear you doing all kinds of stuff.
I gotta like shake the like up to make it.
You are crazy, sir.
No,
I hit this with a little bit of this before I
Yeah.
get real wild on it. One thing that I do on a lot of my flaming box elder stuff, because it's such a beautiful wood, it's almost got like an alabaster you gotta let me know when you're going live, dude. I love watching you, and I shoot the shit with you quite a bit. One thing that I do on my flaming box elder is I always put the texturing on here. I know that sounds stupid, it really does But it's kind of, the wood's got this alabaster texture to it. It's like a real creamy white with streaks of reds and blacks and greens shooting through it. It almost looks like it's made out of stone when it's cleaned up right. So I'm gonna try, keyword try. I'm gonna put some texturing around the whole outside rim of this in different lines to make it look like it was a almost like a plate that got the edges of it snapped off. We're gonna try that. Think old school Greek mythology. Turn the speed way down. There's one floret in the center. One line. We're going to come over here. We're going to change up our angle a little bit. We're going to hold it upright. We come over here and we're going to do another. We'll see what that looks like before we go through the trouble of putting it on the other side. It kind of tore out a little bit. We can fix that. But yeah, I've got those and the little gypling right here, which I'll probably reinforce a little bit. It's not working there. So, see what kind of pattern we had right there. We had the cross grain. Alright, so what we got now. Okay, so we got patterns. That tore out a little bit, but we could fix that as long as we got the lines in there for that. Now, same thing we done last time. We need to go in and frame each one of these.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy. I see the legs. You're doing damn good.
I can hold it.
Hold on.
Dad,
Okay, that's in there. That's in there. We need to come right here. Right here, it's going to start getting sketchy. I need to make a lighter one.
Yeah.
You tripping, boy?
No.
Now I'm going to work my way back in. Just rounding off the beads. All the way down to the very center. And then just for the hell of it, put an itty bitty bead right there. Also, framing those is it's a really good exercise for your spindle detail stuff and all that, so I can't really knock it, you know. Plus, it makes me giggle on the inside, I'm not gonna lie.
Holy cow, this is actually starting to...
It's hard to use a hail.
Huh?
Alright, take this purple heart off here because it will cross-contaminate and stain other woods.
What does that mean?
Means the coloring of the purple heart will come over and hit the other woods. Get in the chopper! fascinating what you work. Thank you, man. All right, so we got the floret. I'm gonna have to bring you guys in here again. I'm sorry, my camera angles are not great. I'm working on a phone here. We got the floret, the outside spiraling, and then we got the rim, then we got the roping. And then we got in here a little bit of jipping. You'll be able to see it a lot better once we put the oil on it. And then up here we got this this rope. And I don't know how I really feel about that. It will clean up, but it's not as par as I want it.
Dad, he has some wire.
I don't have any wire.
There's some wire to stick up here. Like over
So what we might do is, I don't know, depending on how the inside shapes up, we might have to do something with the outside of that. But we are going to flip this over now, finally. And this is where the beauty of this starts to shine. The top side of this was way more... It's got a lot more grain and coloring. Like you can see the streaks of the blacks, and then it's got reds. It's a very beautiful wood, and it's the natural color of the wood, so why not take advantage of that, you know?
I got it like attached to things.
You got attached to something?
Yeah.
It's not a demonic possession, is it? Because that dude's going to have to start paying rent. All right. Hey, chill out. You got it. I don't ever want to hear that again. You don't say I can't, and you don't give up. Now step away, breathe, and get back at it. Okay, well, hold on, buddy. Don't give up. I'll punch you in the head. I don't do giving up. I told you that. Okay, so we now know that...
Listen,
I'm listening.
cut off some of this.
Okay, well, leave that alone. I don't have cutters out here, okay? We're going to make the inside of this, we're going to make a very shallow bowl in the inside of it. We're going to make a bead around it. We're going to drop these wings off. I got an idea for the inside of it. It just hit me. We're going to see what we can do with it. I don't know if it'll work. By God, we're going to give her a try. See where we're at.
I might be able to do
No, I don't think you're going to do it with a chisel and a hammer. I think you're trying to get your head tuned up.
It's actually making this. Can you see him?
I can see something. Alright, so we kind of got that. I want to go ahead and mark where my bowl's going to be. I know this is kind of overzealous. That should give me a little bit of edge away from the sides of... Yeah, it does. And then we're going to come over here and mark there.
This will work here.
Cool. All right. We're going to start. Tapering down. I see it, bro.
It looks like a tree.
Does it look like a tree?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it does.
See?
Yeah, I see it, man. That's very cool.
And yeah, this Demogorgon is just dead.
So we got some more room to come down here. There we go. No, that looks kind of goofy, but I'm going to round that off because that's going to be the top rim of our bowl to give us some height off of that. Lathe work back in middle school, made a lamp stand. I still have. That's awesome. Like, they didn't have any of that stuff where I went to school. We didn't have shop class or anything like that.
Dad.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, no.
Okay. You do you, boo. So,
Okay.
this is going to be the top of our bowl. We'll be able to lay like pins or whatever on the sides of this wing bowl. We got to round this off a little bit, of course. But we're going to hollow this out for two reasons. One, that's going to give us a reason to flip these chuck jaws when we finish the bottom of this. But two, I've got another piece of this flaming box elder up here that I think I could make a really cool lid for this with. And kind of set this piece off and make it more than just a wing bolt. Hold on just a second, buddy. That chattering, there's really no way around that. I'm sorry. All right, so that's going to be the top rim of our bowl. We're going to take... It's done. You can put it back together. We want a really crisp line where those two join.
I know why it ain't working.
Why ain't it working, bro?
It's because the head is too heavy.
The head's too heavy. That'll keep it from standing upright every time, man. Fix it. I got faith in you. All right, so we're going to hollow this out now.
So now that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like break it
Okay, first off, we got to see about how much room we got to play with. I've got about another 1/2 to 3/8 of an inch. Slip it off the side, grab our scraper, put a little bit of concaveness to this. got going on here. Should have a little bit of a bowl, not a whole lot. Okay, I want to take that a little bit, not a whole lot deeper. Yeah.
That place too heavy.
Okay, well then we'll figure it out. Hold on, buddy.
It must be dry.
Let me check on him. What'd you do, man? Hop up. Just get up. You fell because your chair was already taken apart. Scream like that like you got hurt? Set your chair up. What? Your butt hurts because you fell in your butt. Alright, set your chair up. Set your chair. You just flop down on the floor, buddy. I'm not gonna lie, if I'd have felt like that, I'd broke everything in my spine. Alright, so we're gonna clean this up a little bit. We're just about at max depth. This is not really gonna be a utilitarian bowl, but you could probably use it for jewelry and stuff. I don't know how this is going to work when I do this exact part here. Okay, we'll give this a flat surface on top. Somewhere where the lid will be able to make a purchase. And we've kind of got this alabaster texture going on here. I need to round these off a little bit. Not a whole lot. It still kind of goes with the whole broken effect. Thinking about maybe putting a line or two on the center of that, but
I think I found out.
cool.
I how to make the body.
I'd make the body a little bit smaller so the tree could support it. Alright, so there's that. Drop the speed down, swing this over just a wee bit. Yeah, buddy.
Look at this. I done it.
You did it. That is very cool, bro. I'm proud of you. You're tearing it up.
I didn't carry it over there.
Damn
see?
right. Bring it here, let me see it.
Oh, the knee's right here.
Alright, let me see it real quick. Dude, that's badass. I really like that. Take it over and make me another one.
I can't.
You can do it.
I don't have any more black.
Okay, well, use brown.
Alright, put this on my mouth.
A little bit of action there.
Wait, I did not have more black.
Get it, son.
I just don't have any more black.
Alright. Before we get plumb dumb and ignorant, we gotta flip this over, put this in the chuck jaws. Alright, yeah, I like that little bit of roping that I got on there.
I'm gonna get the upside down portal right now,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna put the Demogorgon's body sticking out,
Alright, yeah.
and then I'm making the head.
Okay, makes sense.
That's what it's gonna look like.
What's it gonna look like, dog?
It's gonna look like it's pulling stuff out that's in it.
Dude, I'm digging it already. I am digging it. Alright, let's put some grease on this side of this. Ow, finger. I forgot that was winged. Damn it, that hurt. No, I'm not bleeding. Snitch. Tell your mom on me.
What does that mean?
What's up, JRH? Thank you very much, man. It means a lot. I might, unfortunately.
Let's see the base.
Yeah, dude, show me the base. I'm waiting.
Look. Dad.
Bro, that's super cool. I'm digging that hardcore.
It's
You're getting
only
pretty good at that sculpting stuff.
me.
Yeah, who else am I talking to?
So buy on your phone.
No, I'm not talking to people on my phone. They're just watching me. A lot of them are making fun of me. A couple of them said I couldn't even read right. Would you believe they said that?
Yeah.
You would? Thanks.
Nah,
Supporting person you.
I was joking.
I'm sure you were
I was.
getting roasted by my boy. Alright, so once again, greasy sock, motion of the ocean, all that cool stuff.
I'm gonna do the fucking calculator. I'm like,
Yeah. See, I got a little bit more right there I gotta work on. So get this off of here and flip it over to the other side where I might have a little bit better luck with everything.
Dad,
Yeah, buddy.
let's see.
Show me. I'm right here looking.
Okay.
That way you don't have to bring it all the way across the room, man.
So I'm gonna start breaking.
Yeah, I don't want you to break it because you freak out when you break it.
Yeah, you can't fix it.
You're always freaking out, screaming, "Oh my God, it's on fire! Help me, baby Jesus!" It's really good. I like it.
And look
Really
at
good
that.
job.
That's just a photo. That's oh, no.
You're good, buddy. Gotta give it some love up here on this.
Dad, I had to fix it very quick.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm glad that I was here to witness it. Make sure I get that off my lace bed. I don't want that sticking to my lace bed.
Ow. Sorry, son.
Put some of this on here. Doesn't necessarily have to be food safe, but I made this finish last night and I'm just wanting to test it out on things, you know what I mean? I'd like to get some more big chunks of this so I can make some vases and things like that. Now that I have a bigger lathe. Yeah, I'm still doing Sunday Spundays. Yeah, I'll be doing one tomorrow as well. I've been spending a lot of time out here in the shop here lately trying to better myself a little bit, but I've also been getting ready for a show that's coming up. Awesome piece. Jeff will be present. I hope like hell he is. Jeff's kind of my unofficial mentor. He took the time out of his day to talk to an idiot like me whenever I first started.
Look,
And
Dad,
Yeah, buddy. Very cool, dude.
It's an even Demogorgon by a mind flare.
I like it. He took the time out of his day to actually start talking to me and trying to teach me some stuff when I first started. That kind of stuff's pretty rare to come by, man. So I'm forever in debt to Jeff for that. Jeff's taught me a lot. Just a second, let me grab another piece of flaming box elder and we'll chalk that lid up for that.
What was that? Don't worry, we also need that dusty open now.
What are we doing, son?
I put some sawdust in
Are
there.
you selling drugs?
No. For the last time I ain't.
You could fool me because I think that you would sell me drugs if I asked. I think you're one of those people.
Ask me, see what happens.
Ask me, see what happens. Jesus. I didn't think he was going to get that wild on me that quick. Ask me, see what happened. Hoodlum.
Look.
Nothing. So we got this little hellion of mongoose for his birthday party. Birthday was
I'm gonna go
2 days
outside
ago.
right
No, you're not. You're going to hold on.
now.
So he's rolling through the house because it's pouring the rain like thunderstorm or tornado warnings here for the past 2 days. He's rolling through the house yesterday popping wheelies and he's got training wheels on. So I'm in for some stuff. That's all I'm saying. Alright, we're going to put our tenon on this side down here. This is the not so photogenic side. Make sure you guys are lined up in there and you can see what the hell's going on. Bring this in just a wee bit. Okay. There we go. It's going to be a real quick rounding, and then we're going to cut a socket to fit inside that. Sit this in here. Bust out the old ball gouge. We're going to send her out. Make sure she don't bump on anything. We got to get this bark off here. Got some bark there I gotta fight through. Bring this in, get a little bit closer. Which will also give me a chance to put a little bit more pressure on my tailstock. What?
Zoe come out and do some stuff with me.
If Zoe wants to, buddy, she don't have to. I'll turn the hinges the hell out here. Alright. We're going to take calipers. We're going to mark the inside of our socket here. That'll work. Close it up with my finger light. That's where we're going to go. That should be enough to see if our lid's going to fit in there. Ow. Drag this off. Just a little bit more, but not a whole lot. Sorry about that. Okay. Bring you over here. I'm telling you right now, it looks like a bomb full of sawdust went off in my shop. We got a good fit. Don't want it too crazy, don't want it too snug. We're going to flip this over. We're going to chuck this up, actually, on this part because that'll be cut away. We're going to put a 10 on the other side. That way I can... Yeah, there we go. Set you there. I don't want to put it on this first shelf. I want to put it on the second one down here, because that's the one that'll ultimately be going inside the lid. That's the one we're keeping. So I'm going to snug this up in here, put it on the part we're cutting away. I'm going to shape this and cut a tenon in it so I can dome the bottom of that. Even though you're working with smaller pieces, doesn't mean that you can like slack off on the details. When you start doing that, it discredits your work. And if you're going to take the time to put something into like this, you need to do it the best way you can. There, yeah, that sounds better. Don't discredit your work because there was a shortcut. Just seen that crack right there on that red. I don't like that, but a good bit of that's going to get sculpted out, so I'm not real hell-bent about it. Second coffee. Thank you, Thunder Gouge. Yeah, it's I guarantee I've got 60 pounds of sawdust directly under my lathe. Not counting the gigantic box I got over there. Put a little bit of a tenon in here, or a dovetail. That way I got something to bite onto. That's all the crap we're doing with that one right now. We'll flip it. We're going to work on this dome here in the bottom. We're going to make that real copacetic-like and a little ornate. This part right here, all the way up to this edge, because that's where we're going to put our, that's going to fit inside of our jar. No. On the sidewalk. A little bit of a dome on the inside. Okay. That's domed. We need to sand it. And okay, that's looking good right now. We are going to hit her with the grease and then the wax and that whole rotation. I know after wax we're doing that wing bowl, doing something that's fairly as concentric is a nice change of pace. Well, okay, that's on there. Now we're going to shape this down. And I'll make it real quick like for y'all. I think my boys want to go ride his bike. Alright, now we got a blank slate to play with. We know that the chuck tenon fits inside the ring. I think we ought to do a couple coves on here. coving tool. Just a little ornate knob on top of it. Take our bowl gouge, kind of bring it in a little bit. Bring it down. We're doing spiraling work on the bottom. Do a little bit of spiraling work right there on the knob. A little bit of line work right there. Shit. Hopefully I didn't get too crazy. No, it didn't. Cool. Alright, we can clean that up a little bit. I think that's too much in that one particular area. I think a cove would look better there. There we go. I wasted a lot of wood. I probably should have cut the original into 2 or 3 or 4. You're right, there was a lot of wood waste, but that chunk was a piece of waste wood to begin with. I pulled that piece out of somebody's burn pile. So yeah, I mean, hindsight being 20/20, I probably should have divvied that up 4 or 5 ways, but I don't have a resaw, bandsaw, or anything like that, or any kind of safe way of doing it other than getting my hand real close to the miter saw. And I mean, let's face it, if you're missing fingers, it makes it really hard to turn. So I figured I would just take the hit on this one, waste a little bit of wood, and live to turn another day, you know what I mean? Yeah, buddy. You better get back underneath there on that sidewalk, boy, or I'm going to give you a beating. Little hellion. Wolfie, 54 Wolfie. I got you, man. Everybody go to Wolfie's channel and see what kind of turnings Wolfie's doing, because apparently he's a pretty knowledgeable guy. I'm always up for learning. No problem. I'm always up to learn, dude. I've only been doing this for about 2 years. A lot of the stuff that I turn is it's scrap wood, man. I do have a wood sponsor, but I'm never gonna let Flaming Box Elder go to a burn pile. I've got some bigger sections of it I saved that's actually some burl and stuff like that. But I don't see the point in letting a piece of wood go to a burn pile because it's not as what people would deem the right shape to go into a burn pile or right shape to go into a fireplace, or it wasn't perfectly geometric plain lumber for someone to make something out of. So I rescued it. After I rescued it, I put it up there in my buckets. I got buckets full of scrap wood, and today was its day to turn into something. And compared to what it was a few minutes ago, I think it turned out pretty cool. So she sits on there. I mean, she's not a suction fit, but she's tight. We got the streaking from the Flaming Box Elder and all that stuff. And on the bottom of it, I got some different texturing. The idea for this was kind of like it was broke out of an old plate. And then on top of it, we formed a bowl out of the middle of it and anchored that in there. So it might have like a little bit of oriental feel to it, whatever. I think that one's a pretty cool, like little glamour box, makeup, stuff like that. Earrings, jewelry. This is a piece of Catalox that we worked down, and it's got the maker's coin on the bottom of it. This is a piece of Purple Heart, and it's got my 3D maker's coin in the bottom of it. Turned out pretty well. It's got a little bit of a spiraling and jipping on the inside of it. But other than that, that's our session for today, our 3 bowls. Talk about the burn pile. You made a lot of sawdust. Foot the burn pile. Okay, I was being really cool about this. I'm trying to turn a new leaf and not straight up roast people. So I'm just going to take him over there, and he's going to shut up for a minute because he obviously has no idea what the hell he's talking about. A lot of sawdust. Yeah, it is a lot of sawdust. I turn 4 days a week. Laser's working out pretty good, man. Other than that, I've got 3 bowls that I done today. Yesterday we done a rolling pin. Tomorrow's Sunday Spun Day. I'm gonna try to jerk off. I'm gonna try to jerk out some big stuff for tomorrow. I've got a rather large burl I'm gonna try to turn. I want to start doing some bigger stuff like that. But please check out my subscribers. Brad from Got Wood LLC, also known as turningblades.net. Use the code WHACKER, capital WHACKER, for a 10% discount. Strong ink pens. If you put the Whack and Shack in your checkout notes, they'll hook you up with some free stuff. I haven't rolled any tortillas yet, homie. I got some big news coming here. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next few days. It's involves the shop and everything like that. But until then, I'm out. Peace. God bless. I love y'all. Wear deodorant. All that cool stuff. Later, Jesse Gillard. I'm out.